Quezon City. 4 na matchups yan, yung higher seeds twice to beat. Yung lower seeds kailangan mag-force sila ng 2 laro dyan to have a chance to move on to the semis. The first game of these quarterfinals, Barako Bull Energy Colas kontra Meralco Bolts. The road to the semis starts right here, right now. At itong 2 koponan na ito, sila mauuna. Barako Bull has to win twice if they want to move on. Meralco, pag manalo sa araw na ito, tapos na. Next round na sila, out na ang Barako Bull. Ako po si Charlie Guna, together with me, Eric Reyes. Eric, we expect a very, very tough matchup between these two teams sapagkat sa record at record lang, 1 game lang ang diferensya nitong dalawang to.
Well, definitely. Pero ang pinaglalabanan kasi ngayon, Charlie, it's either for Barako, it's either you win today or you go home already. For Meralco, they advance actually.
Tama yun. And nangunguna dyan sa Barako Bull Energy Colas push their import. Pag sinabi mo kasi yung word ng Barako, atapang-atao. Parang yung matigas talaga. Siga ang dati. Ito, Barako to si Mike Singletary. No one thought he would be averaging 36 points a game to lead the entire league as far as scoring is concerned. They said he was a defensive guy, Eric, but he's proven to be much more than that.
Well, malaking bagay yung performance ni Mike Singletary, and that's the reason why itong Barako Bull ay umabot sa quarterfinal round. You know, it's very important that Mike Singletary would have a hot start and really need a lot of help from the locals.
On the other end naman para sa Meralco Bolts, someone has been stepping up lately. We call him the steady provider, Cliff Hodge, sapagkat right now, he's playing better on offense than he has ever done before. He's more comfortable taking those outside shots. Doesn't have to drive to the basket and get contact all the time. Steady na scoring niya ngayon, pero rebounding niya nandiyan pa rin.
Well, he's putting his intensity to use. And of course, before we know Cliff Hodge as a guy who would defend well, get a lot of loose balls, dive on the floor. But now, not only is he getting a lot of rebounds, he's also shooting well from the outside. We've seen it in that previous game versus San Miguel, and he's actually the leading local scorer behind Mario West.
Sa unang sa sole matchup nitong dalawang koponan na ito, that was their second game each dito sa ating elimination round ng komperensyang ito. A come from behind win by Barako Bull, trailing by double figures in the second half against Meralco, but Meralco lost it by 1 point near the end game. And that was a sorry loss para sa kanila, Coach Ryan Gregorio. Definitely remembers that, I'm sure, coming into this ball game. He wouldn't want to be in that situation na pwedeng isnatch yung victory from the hands of his team. So he wants to be leading by a much more comfortable margin nearing the end of the game. Of course, Barako Bull wants the opposite to happen.
Well, you know, the big difference in that ball game, yung kanilang paglaban in the elimination round was Eman Monfort. You know, he was actually the best player of that game for Barako Bull. Sad to say, he's not playing tonight because of injury. So, malaking mawawalang puntos nung tinalo ng Barako ang Meralco during the elimination round. You know, they have to get that from another player, probably a point guard, or they can evenly distribute it among the locals because everyone is expecting Singletary to have a big game. What if he has a bad game? Yun ang magiging problema. There are other players who are capable of scoring in that lineup, and I'm sure Coach Raiko prepared for this game.
Starters are on the court. Handang-handa na mag-jump ball to kick off the quarterfinals. You've got Cortez and Wilson in the backcourt para sa Meralco Bulls. Hugnatan in the middle, West, and Cliff Hodge at the forwards. Ito namang si Weinstein ang makapagalang nasa backcourt para dito sa Barako na nasa kanilang unang possession. Penisi is their center. Mike Singletary, the hardworking import, and JC, the Rocket Intal at one forward. Weinstein's pass goes to Makapagal. Jumper. He hits that. And ano mo, magandang senyalis yan para kay Coach Raiko Toroman sapagkat unang pukol pa lang ni Makapagal, he hits it. And this guy is a streak shooter. He can get on one of those crazy streaks and hit from everywhere.
Well, he actually took that shot with a lot of confidence. It's actually evident with the way he released the ball.
John Wilson, isa pang magandang contribution so far para kay Coach Ryan Gregorio sa konferensyang ito, and immediately he shows what he can do, driving to the basket, may chance para maka 3-point play. And you know, if you looked at this lineup of Meralco Bulls before the tournament started, you would have said, okay, this guy will be a contributor off the bench. But he's been starting, he's been scoring in double digits, tapos ang lakas mo mag-rebound for a guard.
You know, maganda yung pagkakapasok niya, and big-time recruit nga ni Coach Ryan Gregorio during the season. Malaking bagay itong si actually John Wilson playing very well even from the outside. Nadadagdagan ng outside artillery ng Meralco Bulls.
Ito si Weinstein thrust into the starting spot at the point. And sabi nga niya, he admitted it before the last ball game nitong Barako. Such huge shoes to fill dahil nga ang ganda ng laro ni Eman Monfort. And Weinstein was in fact the second backup diba? Si Lino Cruz was there also, nagpapalitan sila backing up Eman Monfort, but now they're thrust into a situation na kailangan nila mag-produce and to lead the charge para sa Barako Bull, orchestrate the offense, and yun na nga, the challenge for Weinstein is to be able to be effective.
Yes, and of course, Weinstein doesn't really have to be pressured in scoring all the points that Eman Monfort had done. Alam mo, pwede naman manggaling yung tulong ni Weinstein on defense. Diba, ma-pressure yung defense, makakuha siya ng a couple of steals, setting up his teammates. There are a lot of other things that every point guard can do, and that's what I call stepping up, and this is his opportunity that can actually propel him to start the game.
Cliff Hodge natawagan ng kanyang unang personal foul contrary to kay Mike Singletary. We'll watch the number of fouls that this guy gets. There's some people that we want to know yung progress ng fouls nila sapagkat importante sila para sa kanilang mga kupunan. The drive by Italy, hands in the air. Walayan gets it right back and puts it in on the second opportunity.
That's another guy, Charlie, who I'm really expecting to play big for Barako. I've covered a lot of Barako games, and itong si JC Intad, he would have some shades of brilliance, but knowing JC and how explosive he can get, this is actually his chance to be one of the the pillars of Barako.
But he loses the ball dun sa kanyang defensive rebound attempt. So ang bola, nasa Meralco Balls pa rin, fresh 24 para sa kanila. Mario West. Ito si John Wilson. He makes his move once again. Wants to drive to the basket. Gusto yata niya pa 3-point play na lang Ayaw niya ng dos lang, partner, dahil pangalawang chance na niya makakuha ng 3-point opportunity from the line.
Well, John Wilson, pinag-uusapan na nga natin how important this player is for Meralco. Ginagamit talaga siya ni Coach Ryan because he's been very effective. He's been actually contributing big para sa cause ng Meralco.
6 of the 8 points ng Meralco Bolts kay John Wilson yan on double 3-point plays. Intal swings it over to Makapagal. Siya una nakapukol dito para sa Barako. Wants to get another one. Nothing there on the 3. Rebound, Cliff Hodge. He's averaging more than 8 rebounds a ball game. Mario Weft on the run. He likes it that way. He bobbled ngayon. Nakatrap siya dyan sa corner. Naghanap ng kakampi. And, Weinstein taps it out right in front of the Barako bench. 14 seconds sa shot clock ng Bolts. Here's Cortez. This is his 4th game with this new ball club. Takes the jumper, bounces out. Singletary with that rebound. Weinstein finds himself open. Tumira. Wide left ang tira, and then itong si Penisi taps it over to Makapagal, pero he double dribbles right in front of the official. So natawagan ng dribbling violation si Mac.
Key turnovers yung mga ganyan. They have to Barako has to limit their turnovers and extra possessions because itong Meralco would actually force you into committing a turnover because of their splendid defense.
And defense is really what Coach Ryan Gregorio has been preaching. Trying to get his entire team on the same page as far as defensive assignments are concerned.
And plus, this is playoff basketball, Charlie. We expect the defense to be a one-notch higher for all teams.
Back-to-back turnovers para kay Mark Makapagal after a dribbling violation a while ago. Ngayon, offensive foul naman ang tinawag kontra sa kanya. So, Meralco with a chance to add up on this 4-point lead. 8-4 on the score. 8-13 remaining. First quarter pa lang po tayo on this PBA Face-Off Wednesday. Quarterfinals version naman ito. And John Wilson, siya naman ang nag-offensive foul warding off.
Well, Makapagal actually baited John Wilson for that offensive foul. Kinukulit niya. He was trying to reach in for that basketball when he felt the elbow to protecting that basketball. Doon kagad kinuha niya. But this is actually on the opposite end. Dito naman nakabawi si Makapagal.
For that. And Mick Penisi, nice pass inside the curl, and he lays it up once again. And we paulit-ulit natin sinasabi sa konferensyang to, Eric, Mick Penisi getting a lot of his points in the shaded area in this Governor's Cup, contrary to what used to happen all the time before na nasa 3-point line lang siya.
Well, he's going to be the tallest player in this ball game, so I really expect Mick to really dominate that low post or at least get the seal under the basket and be more of a threat for Barako.
Bad pass mula kay Mike Cortez. Ball will go to Barako at may chance ang makatabla ang Barako. Baka lumamang pa kung maka 3-point play sila on this offensive. Quintal, back to Weinstein. Pinisi. Diyan siya komportable top the 3-point line. Pero the defense of Ugnatan came. Pass goes to Singletary. Marami pang oras. 10 seconds sa shot clock ng Barako. Singletary makes his move. Ang ganda naman ng galaw na yun. Eluding the defense, finding a way.
Ang lalim na ron, and maganda na rin yung ginawang depensa doon ni Mario West. You know, something that you can just improve on is really to make sure he doesn't get to that baseline, because ang hirap that was actually, he was well covered, but Singletary just simply found a way to get another goal shot.
Twisted his body to find that opening and kiss it off the glass. Tabla po tayo, 8 apiece. Pass inside to Ugnatan. He kicks it out to Mario West. An unorthodox 3-point shot! Pasok yan para kay Mario.
Maganda na rin yung ginawa doon ng Barako. Naiwan na lang talaga yung outside shot. So you would rather give up a lower percentage shot than an outside, than a higher percentage shot underneath.
Weinstein picks up his dribble, kicks it to Buenafe. Buenafe, bagong pasok niya sa laro, replacing Macapagal just a while ago. Instant offense para kay Coach Raiko. A 3.
You know, these two guys, itong Macapagal and si Buenafe, these are the guys who would actually lead the charge, especially when they try to slash or go to the basket. Now that these guys have made their first attempt in the game, so tataas na dapat ang kumpiyansa nila.
Mario West ngayon, drive naman siya. Kicks it out to Cliff Hodge. He's been more comfortable shooting those outside shots, pero wala yung tira na yon. Just past the halfway mark ng ating first quarter. Weinstein to Mick. Mick takes the 3, top of the key. Bounces out Wilson, isa pang rebound. He's one of those guards na mahilig pumwesto dyan sa ilalim to get those defensive rebounds.
Good rebounder, John Wilson. And right now, kung sino man yung sumi-depensa or dini-depensa niya, you really have to make him work harder, especially trying to box you up.
Hand off to Buenafe. Pintal naman. 15 seconds sa shot clock ng Barako. JC sizing up the defense. Over to Weinstein. I think it's important, Eric, that Weinstein makes himself a threat in one way or another. Diba? Either passing the ball or scoring it. At dun sa play na yun, ang ganda ng depensa ng Meralco Bulls. John Wilson, who is a underrated defensive player partner. Good defense on that play. A timeout at 5:08 remaining sa ating first quarter. Jared Dillinger, he's been away for 5 months. Na-injury yan na last conference. But he's back, partner. The Daredevil. Iba na uniforme niya ngayon. Talk and text, kitang-kita nga natin. It's gonna be weird to see him in a different colored uniform. Pero this guy brings a lot to the table for Coach Ryan Gregorio.
Well, one thing good about Jared Dillinger is he can play multiple positions. He can play point guard, 2 guard, even shooting forward. Even at times, pwede mo rin i-power forward siya because he's actually a very versatile player. Someone who can create mismatches on the floor.
Nakausap ni Risa Diaz kanina yan. Kaya kwento sa atin ni Risa kung anong pinag-usapan nila.
Charlie, wala nang mas excited pa kay Jared Dillinger na makapaglaro muli dito sa PBA. At kahit nga gine-jetlag pa daw siya, ay nakapag-ensayo na siya ng 2 beses kasama ang Meralco Bulls. Ang sabi ni Coach Ryan Gregorio, hindi nila pipilitin si Jared na maging Jared Dillinger ulit. He can take his own time to get back in his own rhythm on his own pace. Dahil yung presence pa nga lang daw ni Jared Dillinger, malaking motivation na at inspirasyon para sa kanila. Charlie and Eric.
So, tama yun. I'm not surprised na gano'n ang pananaw nila. Just being on the lineup is a big thing already para sa kanila.
Well, we've seen that yesterday. Parang kay Ginebra, pinalaro nila si Japet Aguilar. Diba? Nagsimula siya. He started out for Ginebra. He only played limited minutes. Nakashoot siya ng isang layup. And yet, the effect on parang kay Ginebra, kahit paano, nakatulong pa rin si Japet. And na-strengthen yung magandang start ng Barangay Ginebra yesterday.
Si Ronjay Buenafe nasa linya ngayon. The foul committed by Chris Ross. And Ronjay, who within this season was actually wearing the Meralco Bulls uniform. Na-trade lang siya rito sa Barako. So he's a bit familiar with what these guys in orange want to do. Pero ngayon, he wants to break their defense open.
Well, this guy is capable of scoring in the 20s, even 30s. We've seen him when he was playing for Coach Ian Diao. You know, once you really, he has that green light to shoot. So we really expect a lot more from Ron J. Buenafe.
So si Chris Ross, kapitan ng Meralco Bulls. Now the backup point guard to Mike Cortez. Ugnatan, out to Sunday, taking it from his favorite territory, pero nagmintis ang 3-point attempt. Weinstein, the quick pass to Buenafe. Buenafe wants to challenge. Wilson loses his footing. all the way out to the end. Turnover. Barako Bull.
A great defense there by John Wilson. He just was sliding down. Sinisigurado niya na itong si Buenfe. Nasa harapan niya parate. Binarahan niya yung baseline. Great defense by Wilson.
And Wilson sits down. Mac Cardona. Pinasok ni Coach Ryan Gregorio into the lineup. Mario West. A nice spin move on the way up. Wala sa kanyang bola. Who's gonna get this? Singletary will pick it up. Wanted to go to Villanueva, who kicks it to the side. Ron J for 3. Offline. Hits nothing but air. Ito si Mac Cardona on the run. You know he loves it. The contact mula kay Weinstein. Pasok pa yung tira. And you know, it seemed like a good idea for Weinstein to commit that foul, pero binabayaan niyang makatira pa.
Pero, you know, presence of mind by Mac Cardona. There was contact. Ito si Weinstein, he wanted to foul to stop that fast break, but Mac always had the presence of mind. Tumawag ng foul, tinira niya ng maayos yung bola at pumasok pa. 3-point play in the making.
Alam mo, kasi si Mac Cardona, sanay na sanay ang tumira ng off-balance. Di ba? Parang normal sa kanya yung position, yung off-balance doon sa bangga ni Weinstein. Okay lang, in rhythm pa rin yung tira niya.
Alam mo, mahirap yun, Charlie, because even when you practice, you want to be square to the basket, your shoulders are, you know, nakadiretso dapat yun. Pero itong si Mac talagang all throughout his career has been really working on that shot.
Yun na nga, that's what your coaches tell you, di ba? Yung mga trainer mo. Pero si Mac di yata nakinig sa mga coach, pero since 30 points a game naman siya, nung bata siya, pinabayaan na lang siya na ganun yung style niya. Drive to the basket, wala, but Rainy Hugnatan right there to tap it back in, and Hugnatan has been the yeoman para dito sa Meralco Bulls this entire conference, silang dalawa ni Cliff Hodge.
Alam mo, undersized itong si Hugnatan, and yet he plays so much bigger than this height.
Also averaging in double digits itong si Rainy Hugnatan, almost 10 rebounds as well. On the average para sa kanya, there's a foul on that baseline. Offensive variety ang tinawag against JC Tal. So another turnover partner. We were talking about this. We're gonna watch the turnovers of Barako Bull. They average second highest in the league. We're back at the Big Dome on this Wednesday. We'd like to thank our radio partner of 90.7 Love Radio, 101.1 Yes FM, 96.3 Easy Rock at DCSR 918 Sports Radio. On board today, that's Benji Santiago waving at you, and the guy texting, that's PBA legend Jolly Escobar.
Oh, he's number 26 in the PBA 26 greatest players, you know?
26 ba? Sa'yo number 26, ha?
Kasi 25 lang naman yung napili
26 yung pinili.
Nakita mo si Risa, meron pang fan club.
Oo nga. Okay na okay no? Ilang games pa lang ba yan si Risa? May fans club na siya rito. Iba talaga. Pero balikan natin si Jolly Escobar. Back to the game. Ito, Meralco Bulls. Mario West posting up JC Intal. Nice feed over to Hugnatan. He hesitated. And that cost him that shot, but they keep possession itong Meralco Bulls. Up by 5. Gusto pang dagdagan. Ni Hugnatan yan. Contact from Enrico Villanueva. He's talking to his coaches and slow to get up on offense. Ito si Enrico. Celino Cruz naman ngayon ang susubok at the point. And the pick by Mike Singletary is called an offensive foul. Gumagalaw.
So first personal foul at Mike Singletary. He wanted to set a good screen to free up his teammate. But yun ang alam, kumalaw nga siya. Kagaya na sabi mo, Charlie.
So shuffling of lineups here. JC Intal punta sa bench. Pasok si Keith Jensen, another hard-working forward. Para kay Coach Raiko. Chris Ross's jumper from 16 feet. No go, at ang ganda ng box out dito si Enrico Villanueva. Singletary, quiet in this game. 2 puntos pa lang para dyan kay Mike. Early in the game, away from the ball. Buenafe and Cardona were going at it. Foul is called on Mac. Dito si Celino Cruz, the veteran. He's had some great games dito sa ating liga. He's been here for some time. Steals it right back. And drives the lane. The handoff to Enrico. Strong move to the hoop.
That's what Enrico Villanueva is known for, to really power himself to the basket. But great pass there by Celino Cruz.
Gustong bawiin agad sana ni Mario F. No go on that play, but Rock tracks it down. Handoff kay Sunday. They're trying to get him free. Hindi siya makalibre. Binalik muna kay Mario West. Mario West. Steps back. Pero wala pa rin tira. Rock naman. Wide left. Rebound, J.R. Reyes. It rolls out para kay J.R. and finally, the white shirts grab that rebound. What a sorry miss para kay J.R. Reyes.
Sayang, it's actually point blank, but you have to give it to the white. Yung sila Enrico Villanueva under the basket, he was really going hard for that rebound.
Celino, tight defense from Meralco. Ang layo ng tira ni Mike Singletary. No chance on that play. The lead pass to Mario West. Ang ganda naman nun! Chance for a three-point play. The home run, the touchdown. Ang ganda nangyari.
Presence of mind by Mario West. Ang lapit na yung Singletary sa kanya. And he actually lost his balance and fell on the floor. But Mario West just kept his composure and focused on the basket to finish that shot.
Well, NFL season have started in the United States. Mukhang nanonood si Chris Roth ng mga games lately because that was a great pass all the way up front for that three-point play opportunity na kinumpleto na ni Mario West. 6-point lead para sa kanyang koponan, 21-15. 38 seconds remaining in the quarter. Buena fe. Tira kunyari, from 38 feet
Kumagat si
okay. Ito si Singletary in the lane. He's hardly been inside pero it rolls out na naman para rito kay Michael Singletary. Not a strong scoring quarter para kay Singletary partner. Last second shot time for Barako Bolts. Halos patas na ang game clock saka shot clock natin. Dillinger was supposed to come in. He's there at the official's table pero it looks like you have to wait for quarter number 2 to see his first action here in the third conference. The foul taken by Keith Jensen stops the clock at 4.1. So rinicall na muna si Dillinger ni Coach Ryan Gregorio. Mamaya ka na, second quarter ka na pumasok. So ito si Chris Ross will do the honors. 4.1 to work with for the Orange Men, as Don Aliado likes to call his team. Fading away, Mario West, no go at the end of the first 12 minutes. 6-point lead para sa Meralco Bulls. They started out strong. John Wilson, back-to-back 3-point plays para umpisa ng laro na to. But Buena Fe answered on the other end with a 3 of his own. Mario West, pretty steady as usual. The home run layup gives his team a 6-point lead. The road to the semis started today after one quarter, 21-15, Meralco.